So, all right. So Dragon Ball.
Yes,
Yes.
the
Yeah.
big one.
Yeah, the big one. Yeah, so I watched that arc with Goku and Pikon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it was cool. It's only about 5 episodes, but yeah, it sort of covered a lot. Um yeah, so like Goku takes Cell to Kenkai's planet. They all
Yeah.
blow up, and then like the whole Kai crew are on Snake Way with halos. And Goku's like, "Oh, cool. So
Yeah.
what are we doing now?" And he's like, "Well, like you're not the strongest guy I've ever trained." He's like, "Actually, thousands, just like over the hill there." And so yeah, they go there to Grand Kai's palace, and then the other Kais are there. So like north, south, east, west,
Yeah.
and they're all like, "Oh my God, we're here because we can't believe a Kai has died." And then Grand Kai's like, "Oh well, we're all here with all the warriors and shit, so let's have a big tournament." And yeah, Goku
Okay.
does well, gets to the end, fights Pikon, and then they both accidentally touch the roof, so they both disqualified. But yeah,
Uh
yeah. Do you remember that?
yeah, vaguely, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I think there was around
Yep.
where I stopped. Maybe just after that. Like I think I stopped watching like around the margin part, like where they're
Yeah.
fighting like Boo and shit.
Yes. Yeah, we can talk about that later, like the timeline and things.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, but yeah, the whole like Grand Kai thing is great, and just the designs of all the different Kais, like they're so fucking buzzy. It's real good. But yeah,
They
Grand
stuck
Kai is
around
like,
for
huh?
now you go.
Grand Kai is like this, elf with a boombox, and then at the tournament, he's got this outfit. It's like a black sort of Egyptian robe on like a throne made of like a hot rod. Like the bonnet's his seat or whatever. Um, yeah, which is funny because like, yeah,
Yeah.
doesn't Kenkai also have like a classic car fitted?
Yeah.
And then I got into the whole wiki and the world of Kais and what's happening there, and that was yeah, great. Yeah, so
That's cool. Does it
yep,
go really deep into the like Kai verse?
sort of, because I was like, "What's up? Like, where do they all live? What's their purpose and things?" But
Yeah, like where do they get that information from for the wiki? Like, do people just make it up?
yeah, I guess manga and I don't know interviews, but okay, so because I was real confused about like there's the Kais and the Grand Kai, the Supreme Kai, and the Elder Kai. But it turns out they
Yeah.
are core people, a race of beings from World Core. The core people are a true race all Kai and Supreme Kai come from before being given their respective role. Yeah, and then World Core. The planet is a large version of a Kai planet. The population is roughly 80. Um, on World Core, there are gigantic trees called the Kaiju. These trees sprout beings called core people. That's cool. From magical fruits. These core people can take the role of a Kai if incredibly lucky, or if born from special golden fruit, in which case they become Supreme Kai. Okay. The evil core people born on World Core are cast into the Demon Realm, located at the very tip of the universe, which is ruled by Demon Realm Supreme Kai. Okay. Fucking hell.
What?
Yeah. And
Who
also,
knew it went that far?
sorry.
Who knew it went that far?
I know. So yeah, the Kai designs, the like directional ones, aren't canon. It's all filler.
Oh,
Yeah,
true.
yeah,
I thought they're quite cool though.
yeah, definitely. Yeah,
Like I really like the Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z designs. But the
yeah.
recent designs like are pretty boring to be honest. Like
Like
it
so,
hasn't really got much in the way of design.
uh, like super. You mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Hmm.
Like I was just
Yep.
looking at I was just Googling pictures of the Kais and shit to like
Yep.
refresh my memory.
Yeah.
And they still look quite like classic Dragon Ball, which is cool.
Yeah. Yep.
Maybe
Yeah.
because they're not by the original guy.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Right. But yeah, that got me just thinking about like what the fuck actually happens next in the story. Like, is Goku just dead?
Yeah, he's dead for a while. I
Yeah.
can't remember. I think does he manage to like come back and fight again while he's dead, or does he just get wished back? Can't
Surely.
actually
No.
remember.
Yeah.
But like I think they have another thing where he's dead and then they're fighting someone really strong
Right.
and like they can't like handle it and he's got to come back really quick or some
Oh,
shit. And then
yeah.
like Vegeta like becomes like Majin Vegeta because he's like obsessed with overtaking Goku and shit.
Ah, right. And that's all canon.
I don't know. I don't know what
Yeah.
happens in the manga.
Yeah, right. Mm.
I
Um,
haven't looked at the manga at all really.
mm,
Yeah, it looks cool. If I was gonna like re-watch Dragon Ball, I'd probably like read the manga. Same with One
yeah,
Piece actually. I've
yeah.
kind of been thinking about reading the One Piece manga, but
Yeah, I remember years ago in Brisbane, I was just there with my family, just walking around, and I like was reading Dr. Slump on my phone and then bought the first few Dragon Ball volumes in English. But it was
yeah.
like bad English. It reminded me of like, I don't know, Foot Rock Flats or Charlie Brown or something. Like all the dialogue was real. I don't know, like dated. Yeah.
I don't think I could read manga in English to be honest. I don't know.
No.
I think it's just like even just the aesthetic of the words on the page, I'm like,
Sure. Yeah. The old Comic
it just
Sans.
doesn't look right.
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. But yeah, so
It's
Dr.
like just
Slump. Yeah.
yeah, have you
Yeah.
read that?
Well, I read the first few years ago. I don't really remember it, but then I tried watching the anime. So there's two versions. One is a reboot from the early 2000s, and then the other one's from the 80s, I guess. But so I watched the later one because I couldn't find the other one, and uh, all the color palettes real muted. And is it Ariely? Is that who's it?
Yeah, what
Ariel?
is it?
Ariely something?
I can't remember.
Yeah.
It's the name of a food though.
Ah, of course. Yeah. So she's
Um,
older and taller, but she still has the same like mental age, and she's wearing like older clothes, and then she has brown hair, and her friend with the wings has blonde hair.
what?
So yeah, didn't enjoy that, but then the original one I needed a VPN for, so yeah. But yeah, I mean, you think Dr. Slump, you think like cool, bright colors, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah, I
actually
wonder
even
if
really
that's in the
know what it.
manga. There were like colored pages.
Well, there would definitely be cover pages with full color, like on the covers
Yes.
of the volumes.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool.
So, like, I've wondered that too about a bunch of manga. Like Bleach's hair is orange, and it's like,
Mm.
but is it? Because it's like it's black and white.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it says in the very first chapter, it like spells it out and shit.
Mm. Mm.
But I kind of have wanted to watch it. It seems cool, and it's like maybe it's cooler than Dragon Ball because it's like
Mhm.
before he kind of like got off track and shit.
Yeah, and there's no real storyline, right? It's sort of just gag comedy.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, every episode's just like a one-off.
Oh, right. Yeah,
Yeah.
because he did that first, and apparently he did Dragon Ball because he was sick of doing this like Western style or whatever, and he wanted to do
Mm.
something Japanese. But then
Mm.
Dragon Ball's all based on like Chinese shit anyway, so it's like, what are you even talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, I still love Dragon Ball,
Mm.
even Dragon Ball Z, like for the kind of intense nostalgia that I've got for it. But
Yeah.
I don't think I could rewatch it
Mm.
apart from like the kind of maybe the first whole Dragon Ball, but maybe only
Yeah.
like the first half of it or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
Like the early stuff is like so creative and like all the settings are different, all the color, all the characters are like really different. There's like huge
Mhm.
diversity in like all the different kinds of people and shit, you know, and the
Yeah.
stories as well. And there's like weird stuff with like magical objects or like mythical objects and different missions they have to do to like find
Yeah.
shit. And
Yeah.
then at the end, it's just literally just like finding the next excuse to have a big fight, and then the fight's just got to be bigger than the last fight. And it's
Yeah.
like, well,
Yeah.
why? You know, why is it?
Mm,
Why
mm.
does it exist?
Yeah.
Like, have you seen Bucky?
The fighting one,
Yeah.
it's all fighting.
Hmm?
It's just all fighting all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just all fighting, but it's like it's doing it so hardcore, like it's so all fighting that it makes sense, you know. And like it, like
Mm.
everyone's got real weird styles, and there's like all this like is all just fighting, but it's really like about the fighting. It's kind of like almost
Right.
like technical.
Cool. Cool.
But
Yeah.
Dragon Ball like doesn't have that either. It's just like
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
got to train up even harder now so that my
Yep.
muscles are even bigger, and now I'm gonna fuck you up. And it's just about speed and like
Energy.
muscular strength,
Yeah.
kind of.
Yeah. Just
Yeah.
yeah. That's fine. Simple. Yeah.
Yeah. I kind of like I could watch Dragon Ball Super a little bit, like for a bit of
Mm.
like brain numbing, like or you just like don't have to do anything, just sit there and like
Yeah.
have it play at you.
Yeah. Well, the Black Goku arc was cool because it's like one of the Supreme Kais from another dimension. Like they've all got their jobs. They're all the creator of the universe, and then what's his name? The cat is the you know taker away of worlds or whatever. So they're like balancing each other. But there's this whole
Yeah.
storyline about like a Supreme Kai who sort of turns bad and gets the like grand universal Dragon Balls, makes a wish to basically make like an evil Goku kind of what's it called? What are they called? Like a golem. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
that in Super?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that
Mm.
sounds all right.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you have any further thoughts on Dragon Ball?
Well, it's just such a classic. I
Mm.
still like to reminisce about it, you know. And if I
Mhm.
see like, you know, sometimes I like run across shit here like Dragon Ball Z cards and like whatever
Oh,
like old merch and shit, because
oh,
it's
yeah,
still like um it's still such a big deal here, even though it's
yeah,
like it's a bit historical now, you know.
yeah, yeah.
But yeah, like when I see stuff about it, I'm still just like, oh, Dragon Ball, you know, like it was so like, well, especially because it was like the first. Oh well, I mean, apart from Pokemon, really, it was like the
Mhm.
first like anime that I watched,
Yeah, yeah.
and it was just so like novel and like
Hmm.
surreal,
So
like
new.
the way,
Yeah,
you know, like anime is so much more like convincing than
yep,
cartoons, you know,
yeah,
the way
yeah,
they like build the world and like the
yeah.
drawing and
Totally.
everything.
Yeah. Even the
And
animation
I was just
too.
like,
Like,
whoa, like,
yeah. Western
yeah,
cartoons, I learned to this thing where every action has a like a pre-action, like you throw a ball and then do that. But in anime, it's kind of just like that. Like it's more realistic.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's like the levels I mean, they're not even really trying with cartoons, right? Like, I don't know what you're talking about,
Mm,
but if you compare
mm.
it to like Powerpuff Girls or something, or like
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
everything else that was on Cartoon Network or whatever,
yeah.
it's kind of like they're. I mean, it's just like the minimum effort you can do to like get a reaction or something. Western cartoons, but
Yeah.
that's
Mm,
actually why like I can't be fucked with new anime, because it's like
yeah.
it's become like that kind of like minimal effort to just get popular or like
Sure.
rating views or whatever.
Yeah.
But
Speaking of,
yeah,
yeah. Speaking of new anime.
but
What? Huh?
Oh yeah,
Where? Where are you at with
name
like
it.
Mob and Chainsaw Man?
I haven't been watching anything.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
we've been watching a bit of like Penguin Drum. Do you know
Sorry. No.
Mawaru Penguin Drum? Or it's in Japanese it's called Pengu Drum, but it's kind of like just like a weird, like obscure one. But it's on. We've got Amazon Prime because like Shinuka got like a free subscription to it with something else that she
Yeah.
like with her phone plan or some shit.
Nice.
Um, and it's like real like weird and like quirky kind of.
Cool.
It's like three siblings that live together
Yeah.
and their parents are dead or something. And
Yeah.
the sister, like the younger sister, is like sick,
Uh-huh.
and then she dies. Like but the day before she dies or something, like, or the day she dies, they're like at the aquarium, and she
Mm.
gets this like hat, like this penguin hat out of the shop. And then when she dies, the hat like revives her because it's like connected to this weird like other world of penguins. And like I don't know, it's like real like random.
Mm. Cool.
But it's quite cool. Like it's all set in Tokyo along this like kind of in this area where I used to hang out, or like near there along this train
Ah.
line that's like,
Cool.
yeah. So it's
Yeah.
like got all these stops along the same train line,
Right.
and they live in this like real cute like colorful house amongst all these city buildings, which is real cute.
Cool. Cool.
It's got some like cool little elements like that.
Yeah. Sweet.
But mostly I've been reading manga, and
Nice.
actually because I was reading Harry Potter for ages,
Yeah.
I kind of like got sucked into that.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, Harry Potter kind of similarly to Dragon Ball, it's like people like get real invested in the like backstory and like the theory and shit, like all this like the wiki and shit.
Yes. Yeah.
And it's like, they just making that up? Or did like JK Rowling say that in a tweet? Or like did the author say it in a tweet? Or like I don't know, how could you go so far into the mythology? Like it's
Yeah.
cool, I'm into it,
Yeah.
but it's like it's also kind of fan fiction or something.
True. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, like what got you so into Dragon Ball?
I don't know. It was on, and like, unlike anything else, I don't know. All the other shows at that time were for children. I don't know.
Yeah. But you're still
Not that
quite
that
into it
wasn't, but
now.
sorry.
You're still quite into it now.
Yeah.
Like it's obviously like a
Mm.
key
Yeah. I just
point
love
for you.
Toriyama's style. It's like something I try to emulate in my work. So yeah, I do.
Mm,
Yeah.
yeah. Not a lot of anime has like retained that kind of sense of fantasy or wonder or something
Mm.
that early
Hmm.
Dragon Ball stuff had for me, I think.
True. Yeah. So have you seen any Chainsaw Man?
Yeah, we watched like the first episode
Cool. Yeah.
and it was good.
Yeah.
Like I would keep watching it. And the style, the animation style kind of reminded me of Dorohedoro as well,
Yeah. Totally. Yeah.
which was really
Um,
good too.
yeah. Yeah. Just like the concepts and then all the monster designs and like the character relationships are really strong.
Yeah.
And I love that his one goal in life is just to touch a boob.
To what?
His one Denji's one goal in life is just to touch a boob.
Oh,
Yeah, it's like what keeps him going.
man, bad monster design can be a really turn off for me, to be honest.
Mm, mm,
Like when it's not like convincing or too like monstery or whatever.
yeah,
But yeah, I thought the like what are they called? Demons.
demons, yeah. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, I thought
devils.
the
Devils.
design was
Yeah.
quite good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like diverse.
Yeah.
Have you seen thing?
Hmm?
Does it have an English name? Jujutsu Kaisen? Like it's like about like a
You've talked
school.
about it, yeah. Maybe not.
It doesn't have an English name.
Mm.
It's good.
Yep.
It's new and good, which
Okay.
is rare.
Yeah, cool. Sweet.
But it has like slightly weak monster design, like maybe just at
Uh,
the beginning. Maybe gets a bit
mm,
better.
mm,
But the fighting's really cool and the story's really cool, the characters are really cool, like the character design is really good and like
mhm.
the like abilities are quite cool and interesting and diverse as well.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah,
It's the
Mob.
guy with the like mouths in his hands. You've probably seen it around.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Mm,
Yeah.
nice. Yeah, Mob's amazing.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Yeah. Can I talk about it a bit without spoiling too much?
Oh, probably. Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't really mind too much. I
Okay.
watched the first episode and I
Yeah.
was kind of like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was like really looking forward to it. And then the first episode's like this weird, like catching up, kind of repeating old
Yeah.
characters kind of
Yeah.
thing.
It's like every season it kind of builds up. But
Yeah.
yeah, so you know the giant broccoli?
Yes.
Yes. So Dimple is like, didn't I used to like hypnotize people for a living? I should do that again. And so goes to the broccoli and I guess like uses its power to hypnotize the whole city. But then it sort of merges with him and overtakes him, and he becomes this like golden god, and he fights Mob. And um, the animation's amazing. It's I think the most expensive scene out of the whole series so far. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah, it's cool.
That does sound good. Maybe I'll keep watching it. Just kind of like haven't really found time for watching stuff recently.
Mm, yeah.
Been reading, but then after I finished Harry Potter, kind
Oh, you
of
finished? Yeah.
yeah, the I was like, oh, I really want to read more fantasy, and then I started reading another fantasy book, and it was just like boring. And I was like,
Uh,
it's like once you read something really good, it's really hard to find something else as good. Anime's
mm,
the same, I think. Like I would
yes.
always like
Yeah.
finish something really good and like feverishly like search for more shit like it or like anything else that seemed to have like good qualities, and then it's like
Mm,
just can't find anything.
yeah. Mm. What else? News? There's
Do
a
we have?
new Super Mario Brothers movie trailer out.
Oh,
It's fucking horrible.
is it Chris Pratt?
Just the voice cast, like they're not trying. I don't know. It's like
Well, Americans are like that.
maybe in the movie for certain catchphrases they'll do the voice, but it's just all the actors. It's just like Seth Rogen's voice as Donkey Kong. Yeah.
Ah.
But the animation looks lit. It's got like Mario Kart and everything.
Oh, that's
Like the
cool.
whole world. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I'm just Googling it now. The world
Yeah.
looks really cool.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll watch it in Japanese.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Nice.
Because it kind of is Japanese,
Mm.
and the animations tend to be dubbed here.
Nice. Cool.
Also, like American movies that get dubbed into Japanese are like way better than when stuff gets dubbed into English.
Mm. Mm.
Like they do the characters like a lot more fully.
Yeah, they would. Yeah.
I actually kind of want to go to Universal Studios. They've got like this big Mario world
Mm.
thing. Like
Mm.
you go in and you can like be in the world and shit.
Mm. Yeah, yeah, I've seen that. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't really
Otherwise,
know much about Mario though.
yeah, no,
Hmm?
neither. I don't think there is an established law. I think various people have just sort of contributed and it doesn't really add up. But
Oh,
yeah,
really?
yeah. Because it's like Western and Eastern, right? Sort of a lot of people in control.
Right.
Yeah. But otherwise, this is the last season of Mob.
Ever.
Mm. Which is fine, because isn't there only one bad guy left anyway.
Oh, is there even a bad guy? I can't even remember.
Yeah, the guy at the very top, overseas somewhere, who's controlling all the evil psychics.
Oh,
Mm,
that
yeah.
just reminded me. You
Yep.
haven't seen My Hero Academia, eh?
No, I want to.
I,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
yeah, I reckon that's worth a watch. And I caught up to it like last year, so I stopped
Mm,
watching it because it was like a hassle. Couldn't binge
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
But then I saw a clip of it the other day, and
Mm,
it looked like it's gone really far since I haven't been watching it, which looks
yeah.
cool.
Nice.
Yeah. And it's kind of like one of those things where I like don't really buy the world or like the the system or like the mythology or whatever, but it's good
Yeah.
anyway. Like the
Mm-hmm.
story is good enough to make up for the kind of lack of logic.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. Mm,
Like yeah,
yeah.
the powers are like just a bit too like random.
Mm,
But apart from that, it's like it really did it for me, like classic jump
yeah.
hero story.
Cool. Nice.
Yeah. And you didn't watch Demon Slayer either.
No, not yet. Yeah. Everyone's fucking talking about it. Yeah. Maybe I'll watch it. Oop. Are you there? Oh.